Hey everyone, Mike here from MyKeyReviews. In this video I'll be showing you the Woojer Vest Edge. This product aims to enhance your overall media and gaming experience through the use of 6 haptic transducers dotted around the body. This delivers an immersive 360-degree experience. Though the price of this vest ain't cheap, and with a price tag of a whopping £499 when not on offer, can be a little bit off-putting. However, they do offers now and then, and at the time of this review, this vest is going for £349, which of course is a bit more appealing. Now if we take a look at the box, I personally think it has a really cool design. And on the back it highlights several main features. The key features in my opinion being the aptX low latency Bluetooth, analog headphone amplifier, it has a frequency range of 1 to 200 Hz, it has fast charging to ensure that you get back into the action quicker, analog and digital inputs, and the inbuilt haptic and headphone level controls. And now for the unboxing. So this had to be done outside just because of the size of the box. You will need to just slice a couple of bits of tape. You've got 2 up the top and also 2 at the bottom. Much easier than just ripping it apart. Then once you've done that, you can just open up the box nice and easily, just like that. And the first thing to come out of the box is of course the vest. This not only looks of good quality, but actually feels very premium as well. The stitching is very good and just overall a very good feel. At the front you can see there's the control panel there, and the bits which are bulging out are of course the haptic discs. In total there are 6, 2 on the sides, 2 on the back and 2 on the front. Underneath the vest you'll find the instruction manual, and I must say that Woojer have done a really good job making the instructions really clear and easy to follow. Then to the left there's a little compartment concealing the fast charger. I would honestly recommend using this over the USB-C option, as it is the fastest way of charging up the vest. And on the right hand side you'll find a compartment which has several more items. The first being some adapters for the power cable. This just enables you to charge up the vest in various countries. So you can see here there's 5 adapters in total. And then we have a USB to USB-C cable. This is an alternative method for charging, but also an input, for example a laptop or PC. And finally we have the 3.5mm audio cable, which is most recommended if you want the best possible experience. Setting up and using this vest is an extremely straightforward process. But before I explain how to do that, I do want to show you this control panel, which is the hub for everything. Everything connects to it, as well as any adjustments that need to be made. You can do it right here. Along the bottom you'll find 4 different ports, the first being headphone out, and you will need a wired headset or a pair of wired headphones. Otherwise you're just going to be feeling the vibrations and not actually hear anything. So if you don't have a pair already, make sure you do. Just above that we have the fast charging port, and using the fast charge adapter that's included, this plugs directly into a power outlet. This will charge the vest up within 3 hours, and that will give you up to 8 hours of use. That obviously depends on the intensity of the vibrations as well as overall volume. So obviously if you've got everything on max, it won't last as long, but typically the battery is very good. And also before you use this vest for the first time, make sure you give it a full charge. When doing so, the LED ring will turn red when it's charging and then turns green when it's fully charged. Just above that we have USB-C, and this doubles as a charging port and also an input. So if you have forgotten your power adapter and you've got access to USB-C, then you can charge up the vest. It isn't as fast charging, but it's still good to have that alternative. And as for the input, you can plug it into many different devices such as a PC, laptop, and the PS5 also supports this as well if you want to plug it directly into the console. Do note that when using the USB-C, it can't relay microphone audio through. So that is the one major thing to note. If you do want to do that, on the next port here, the 3.5mm, this can relay the microphone back as long as you're using a TRRS cable. and you can connect many different devices such as a smartphone, the DualSense controller, which is probably the best way of connecting it to the PS5, and basically any other device that has a auxiliary out. As for the main bit here, so right here we have the on button. This also doubles to connect to Bluetooth. So with this off, you want to press and hold it down for up to 5 seconds until the LED lights turn red and blue, they kind of flash, and this will basically mean that this vest is in pairing mode, and then you can connect to your, for example, smartphone wirelessly. You will still obviously need the headphones plugged in so you can hear the audio. This minus and plus here are the volume adjustments. So what you want to do is when you do connect your device, you want to make sure that it's on max and then adjust the volume by these bits here. Then the arrows pointing down and up, that's the intensity of the vibrations. So if it's not quite to your liking, maybe it's too much, you can bump it down a bit, or if you want more, just bump it up. Very, very simple. Alright, so with all that explained, it's time for the setup process. Now, before you put on the vest, I would recommend not to wear any thick clothing, such as jumpers or a jacket. You want to wear something like a t-shirt or something thin, and the reason for that is you want these haptic pads to be up nice and close to you, and you will need to tighten this all up. Not so tight that you're going to pass out, but once again, so these are snug up against you, and this will optimize the experience that you're going to get. So the amount of pads there are in total are 6. Top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right, and 1 in each of the shoulder straps here as well. On the vest itself, very clearly explains what you need to do when you put the vest on, and also don't plug in any cables when you're putting this on, because otherwise you're going to have cables flapping everywhere, and it doesn't make it fun to get it all set up. So put on the vest first before you plug anything in. Right, so the first step is tighten up the waist strap, which is right here. Very nice and simple, just plugs in like that. There we are. To undo, just push that in. Yeah, nice and easy. And then you want to make sure that's also tightened up. The next thing you want to do is tighten up the chest strap, which is found right here. Put that in. And then once you've done that, you can then pull both of these shoulder straps and make sure that it's nice and tight. And the one thing that I do like that Woojer have included, this is both in the shoulder strap and also the waist strap. If you are tightening it quite a lot, you will find that there is going to be a lot of excess strap, just like this. And what they've done is just simply included a little elastic loop here, so you can roll this up like so. You can do it nice and tight if you want. And then you can just loop this around, and this keeps everything neatly together. So rather than having a really long strap dangling everywhere, you've just got a nice little short stub. There is one improvement that I would like to see in future models, and that would be maybe having a little pouch so you can put a smartphone in or some kind of device, and also somewhere to actually keep all the cables tidy, because the cables that connect into it, typically you've got a bit of excess cables, and it can flap around. A little bit annoying, but you do get used to it. So that's just a little note for maybe a future model. And to finalize the setup, let's get some headphones connected, or in this example, I'm going to connect it directly to my speaker. That way you can actually hear any audio that's being relayed out of the control unit. And to be honest, if you really want to, you can use a speaker if you don't want to use some headphones. That is an option. Then choose the device that you want to connect to. I'm going to use my phone, and I'm going to go the wired option. So plug that into the 3.5mm input, like so, and then I'm going to plug that into my phone. The one thing that you do want to make sure is that your device is on maximum volume. So there we are, that's all up. And then to turn on the control panel, just press and hold that for about 1 second. You'll see the LED light turn on there. There we are. Hopefully you actually heard that as well from the speaker. And then by default, you're on broad mode. So this amplifies the bass range between 1 Hz to 200 Hz, but you can change that to focus mode, which is between 1 to 100 Hz. And to do this, just hold the minimum and the plus buttons down for about 3 seconds.
Focus mode.
There we are, so now that's on focus mode. Press it again.
Broad mode.
Back to broad mode. Alright. And then play some music. Watch a film, watch some videos, or play some games. You'll find that anything that has bass, you'll be able to feel. If you're listening to something that's quite flat, you won't really get much of an experience, but if you get something that's well audio engineered, you're going to have an absolute blast. So for an example, I'm going to put this bass boosted song on. I can only play a little bit, obviously for copyright reasons, but here we go. Hopefully you'll be able to hear the haptics do their thing. So here we go. So depending on the bass, it can be really intense. Now I've been using this for a couple of weeks now, and the first thing that I actually tried it on was music, and initially I was actually very disappointed, and it was because simply I was listening to the wrong content. There was a couple of songs that I listened to that had very little to no bass, and obviously the vest then can't have anything to amplify. Then I listened to some dubstep, and I was like, flipping it, this is actually getting really good. And then where it really shows on music is the heavy bass songs, and it's almost like being in a car that someone has completely decked out with bass. And yeah, honestly, it is really something else. Now, it's hard to obviously explain how good this is, because it's something that you really do have to experience. And the one thing that's on the Woojer website, you may want to check if you are having a little look on their website. They do a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you're curious, you can always try one out, and if you really don't like it, you can simply send it back. The other thing was I also tried it on VR games. So I've done this on Beat Saber and Pistol Whip. Pistol Whip was really, really good because as you were shooting and people were shooting, you felt the vibration. So it's almost like you're feeling the shots as it happened, like rippling through your body. As for normal non-VR games, I tried this on Fortnite, and I've got to say that was actually the best game that I've tried with this vest. The intensity of like every gun, pistol, shotgun, assault rifle, you could really feel it going all the way around your body. And then if you stand next to a grenade or a petrol station exploding, that was to a whole new level. And since I've been using this, I haven't played Fortnite without this vest. It really does make the whole experience so much more immersive that, yeah, I just can't put this down. And the battery life lasts for a really long time. I had a couple of long gaming sessions and didn't have to worry about this dying. So pretty much the take from this is you can get a very good experience with this vest. You've just got to play the right content through it. If you don't, you're going to think that it's a waste of money. But if you find the games or music, movies that really do have good sound engineering, then yeah, you're going to have an absolute blast. As for the comfort, generally very comfortable. The materials used is definitely high quality, especially this back plate here, really well padded. Yeah, very squishy. So even on long gaming sessions, I personally haven't felt the need to just suddenly take it off. Genuinely very comfortable. And for the final big question, is it worth the money? Well, the retail price is £499, which is quite hefty. You may be lucky and find it on offer. Sometimes I think the lowest I've seen it go for is about 350 quid, which is certainly more appealing. But in general, if you're gonna get your use out of this, then yes, it will be worth it. If you're just gonna use it a couple of times and then put it in the cupboard just to collect dust, then yes, of course it's not gonna be worth the money. But in general, the experience really is very positive. With the 6 haptic plates, you get a directional sense of vibration. So if a grenade goes off to the right of me, the haptic plates on the right are going to vibrate more intensely than the ones on the left. It is really just all about that extra immersion. So do you need this vest? No, you don't need it. But if you want that little bit more, then this vest can certainly deliver. And it really is well worth a try, because, you know, I can describe it, but this is all about feeling, and you can't do that unless you actually have the product in your hands. So with that said, I hope that this video has helped. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you on my next video.